Hey guys, what's up now? Today I'm going to be taking a old computer of mine that I've had and remove the CPU, and I'm going to show you on how to also clean off the thermal paste off of a CPU. So yeah, let's get started. So, first thing you want to do, make sure that your thing is not plugged into anything at all. Now, I am using an old HP. It has Windows 7 on it. It has an AMD Vision Pro on it. This thing was actually good back then, but now it's kind of slow. But if you're using it on Windows 7 operating system like it was meant to be on, then it's actually pretty good. So, hold on. There we go. So, first thing I needed to do was hold this. Then you also needed to hold down this green button and lift it up. And then this lifts the CD drive. Now, back here, we can see that the CD drive is moved, just like it is. So, oh, by the way, here's a tip: don't plug anything in. So, yeah, it'll stay unplugged. So, next, this thing right here can come off. Very little pressure, you can take it off. Now, as you can see, this thing is connected to some wires. As you can see, those wires lead to right there. So, what we need to do is carefully unplug those wires from its outlet, even though it's really not an outlet. Hold on. Okay, so for types of plugs like this, you'll need to hold on to it. So, give it 1 second. Seems hard to get out. Okay, so hold on. Lift it up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is try to. Okay, so first of all, that's all the way over there. So, unplug. Let me unplug these two real quick, so I can actually get it off. Okay, so there we go. So now it's over there. So now we have access to the heatsink. Now, from the heatsink, what we need to do is we need to unscrew both of these. Now, I've unscrewed these before, so let me get these back ones right here. So I'm trying to be careful not to touch anything. Now, this is a desktop, not a laptop. So trying to doing this on a laptop, then this ain't gonna work. I had to turn it around. So okay, now we just keep screwing. And yes, I am recording this at 7 o'clock, so. This is probably the hardest screw to get because it's just like right by the heatsink. Okay, like slowly unscrewing it bit by bit. Now, after a while, this will come loose. Now, just to say myself, I've never ever performed something like this before. Now, after cleaning the thermal paste off, I will not be using this system again, because you need thermal paste for the system to run. So, yeah. Just keep unscrewing it until you think you can just get it off, and then there we go. We have the heatsink off. Now, do you want to put the heatsink over somewhere safe? So, I want you to put it somewhere where it's like this. So, now we have access to the CPU. So, carefully like that. We raise the pin up and then grab the CPU. This is a really nice CPU. Okay, so now that we have our CPU, I'm gonna go ahead and go downstairs so now that I can go clean it off. So, yes, I am doing this in my room, so let me head downstairs so I can get my stuff. So, okay, so what I've learned from this is that, so this is a Intel Core 2 Duo processor. I just recently cleaned that off. This is an AMD processor. So, first thing you'll need is isopropyl alcohol. You can get this basically anywhere, pharmacy, store, basically anywhere. Now, the next thing you want, well, you see this over here. I'm trying to get this up installed. If you're curious, don't wonder, but we need some isopropyl alcohol. Now, next thing we'll need is some paper towels. I recommend 3. I'm gonna do 2 for now, since 2 can probably last me. So, I want to put these to the side. Now, we want to go get some Q-tips now. Okay, I want to recommend getting a few Q-tips. And yeah, this is me recording myself. So now. So now, as you can see, we have cleaned CPU off. Sorry. So you can see this is an AMD processor. Now, this is an Athlon 2. So that's basically just a little bit of CPU. So now we want to take the Q-tip and dip this thing in a little bit of a corrosive alcohol. Now, after we do this, we want to dip it a little damply on a paper towel. Then all we want to do is just start wiping it. Eventually, some of this will come off. Now, I recommend you doing this a few times to get a lot of the thermal paste off. Now, as you can see, it will be a lot harder to clean the pins, but the pins don't need cleaned all we're doing today is just removing the CPU and the thermal paste off. So yeah. So now, since it looks really nice now, what we do now is I'm going to take our second paper towel. Then we want to just gently wipe it off. Wipe it off. And then here we have our AMD Athlon 2 CPU. So now this is a lot bigger than a regular Intel CPU. So that's a little bit of a difference. So yeah. So you're not finished yet. Now you're probably now thinking, well, how do I put my thing back in? Well, glad you asked. Sorry, my video cut off. But anyways, we're not going to be using the CPU again. So all I have to do now is go up to my room. So now, as you can see, we have removed this. So we want to put the pin down, like always. Now, this is my first time ever doing this, so some stuff could go wrong. Now, this is the way that I've seen it. I'm gonna put it back in. So, we got to screw it back in now. Alrighty, so now I've screwed this screw on. I've screwed this screw on right here. So now we want to continue to do the exact same thing for the exact same screws. So now I warn you, do not use this system again after taking the CPU out. Now you could just be using this tutorial for a CPU change. Now hold on. Now if you're using it for a CPU change, then yeah, that's totally cool and all. This tutorial will work as a CPU change. Now, I'm not entirely sure on how to do a CPU change, but you could use this as a CPU change. Now, you kind of want to push a little hard. Okay, so what I do recommend after taking out the CPU, what I recommend is that never using the system again unless putting the CPU back with some brand new thermal paste. Now I want to put some force on here, just to ensure that it stays strong. And there. Okay, looks like that's the wrong way. Got it. Okay, so after tightening our screws, well, I have one more screw to go. Now, screw the final screw in. Now, I did all of the other screws off camera in the recording, so yeah. Now, try to pull up, and it's not going to pull up now. So now we got to try to line these back up, so try to line these up as good as possible in the ports. Now, try to do your best as you can. Let's see, so, why something like that? Okay, so this will go into orange. Now, I want to look at the bottom because you can actually tell so now after that, put this back in place. Now we can put this down, and then there you go. That is how you do a full-on on how to take out a CPU and how to clean a CPU. So if you found this tutorial helpful and all, please subscribe to me, as I probably will be doing more stuff in the future like this. Now, of course, your system might be a little different than mine, because mine is a desktop and not a laptop. So yeah, if you liked this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss another upload of mine. So, just before I go, let me give you a quick tip with a computer. Never, ever, ever keep your computer plugged whenever you're cleaning it. If you have it plugged in to, let's say, an outlet, yeah, you're done. So definitely you'll always want it unplugged. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss another video of mine apart from that. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.